having a look at Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin's king. You can't really talk about altcoin season until Bitcoin really starts to stabilize. Okay, so Bitcoin right now is currently retesting this $92,000 region. And if you guys are following me on Twitter, you guys can see right here that I said that the faster ETH and Bitcoin goes to $87,000 and $3,100, the faster the bull market will start. That was actually January 1st. Now, a lot of you guys were excited and did get excited on my Discord when I said there was a massive order block right here sitting at $102,000. And if we failed to break that on the 4-hour time frame, we were essentially going to get a massive rejection. Now, if we have a look right here, this is TradingView Crypto's official right here. I made this analysis, I made this chart, and you can lie, you can't fake it. Right? Let's go ahead and play this chart real quick. I said there's two scenarios that could happen. One, we got to bounce off $98,000. Two, we got to bounce off $88,000. If we have a look, I made this chart sitting at $100,000. We're currently sitting right now at $92,000 exactly. Now we're going to be talking about the Silk Road and what exactly is happening, but this is where I spoke about, you know, the order block right here on my Discord. You guys can feel free to join the Discord in the link in the description below. And people are absolutely printing. So you could see this guy right here is up $20,000. I don't even know what he's doing or how he's doing it, but 30x in my opinion, that's way over leverage. But the point is that he made 20 grand. And right here, this guy is up 142%. So obviously this is big money right here. So make sure you guys join the Discord, link in the description below. So starting off with this right here, yes, a lot of people might think, okay, yeah, I was lucky, etc. $6.5 billion sales, Doge to liquidate Silk Road asset. No, actually, that's not why crypto is dumping. Yes, there's a little bit of FUD, retail's investing, but these news were actually sent out a few weeks ago. They said it might liquidate, all the assets from Silk Road, etc. So in my opinion, it's more of like a buy the rumor, sell the news, sell the rumor, buy the news type of situation right here. So this is not really what is happening right now. We need to liquidate all the longs, okay? And you guys can see right here, there was a massive inflow or outflow, sorry, of ETF with $568 million. So well over $500 million we saw, you know, pretty much outflow of Bitcoin ETF right here. And liquidation, $381 million worth longs liquidated in the last 24 hours. In the last hour alone, $63 million right here. So is an altcoin season happening? Well, you guys can see right here, I don't really like to have a look at the altcoin season index on the 90-day time frame. I like to have a look at the yearly time frame, and you guys can see right here, yearly time frame is more accurate, it's better. Usually and typically when we do have an altcoin season and we do peak above the 75, it usually lasts, you know, like 3-4 days. We don't want to see an altcoin season lasting 3-4 days. We want to see an altcoin season lasting, you know, a year, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, etc. So when we're looking at the altcoin season index, we want to have a look at the yearly chart, not the monthly or 90-day. So obviously we could have one more retest at the Bitcoin year right here, sitting at 25, right below the 35 right here. It seems like we are leaning more towards the 25 region, and then we could get a massive bounce like we saw on the 20th of October and then enter a massive altcoin season. So if we have a look right here at Bitcoin, obviously this was the massive rejection that I spoke about. And the reason why is this was, you know, we need to liquidate all these longs right here. We had a lot of longs right here that pretty much went in. What happened after that? A bunch of people essentially put their stop losses. We came back down, came back up, retested that trend support resistance. So this is actually a cross support resistance right here. Not only did we retest it one time, but we retested the second and third time actually. And what happened right here? So not only do we have a massive order block at this region sitting at 102,000, we got a cross resistance, and we also have the start of a trend line. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see one more bounce, by the way, yes, believe it or not, before actually coming back to $86,000. So this could potentially be the end of January. It could be a little bit bearish, you know, the beginning of January. Who knows? I don't know exactly. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just going to go ahead and play the cards that are given to me. Now, if we have a look right here at the total, so this is a total market cap including Bitcoin, including Ethereum, etc. The total market cap right now is currently sitting at $3.16 billion. Now we did have a massive break of structure break right here. Okay, so this was a BOS right here, break of structure, break of structure. We know every time we have these break of structure, we usually come down very aggressively, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we have another move like that just towards the downside, maybe at 2.95. Now if we have a look actually on the weekly time frame, or on the daily time frame, I guess you could say, you guys can see that this is a very big order block. There's going to be a lot of buyers right here, right? So 2.95, I don't think it's going to hold very well, considering that we are below this area right here. We could definitely wick, like I said, we could have a nice little retrace to the upside, kind of like I said on Bitcoin, then come down. Now, obviously, we know that 59% of this whole $3.16 trillion market cap is in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be leading, right? So the bigger the moves that Bitcoin does, the bigger, the total will essentially move. So we're going to have to see and keep an eye on this support region right here for the total, currently sitting at 3.16. But the fact that we did break below on the 15-minute time frame, guys, below 3.16 is actually a very, very bearish sign. So yes, we closed below. Not the best news, not the most not the best thing you want to see. Let's just say that 2.95 trillion dollars would approximately be a 7% dump from here. Now let's go back to Bitcoin. I did say that Bitcoin could potentially go to $87,000. Now, how many percent will this be? That would actually be a 6.73%, exactly like the total, right? So that's why I'm saying I think that we need to see Bitcoin going to 87, and we're most likely going to see the total go back to 2.95. That's where all the liquidity is. There's a massive, massive liquidity grab right here and an order block sitting at $87,000. So you guys have to be careful not to be over leveraged, because we could definitely see a capitulation wick all the way to $85,000. You guys can see that the stochastic RSI are also coming to the downside. We're most likely going to reverse right here, maybe January 18th, maybe 20th. I don't want to really give a time frame, because at the end of the day, it really depends what Bitcoin does in the coming days. And if we do see a wick to the downside, that's going to be very, very bullish, and pretty much that's about it. So that is my video, guys. We got Silk Road. They will be selling. Altcoin season is delayed for now. If you guys do want to follow me on Twitter and see my recent updates, make sure you guys click on the link in the description.